Utah's Morning News is brought to you by Regence Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Joining us live in studio is Dr. Mark Hiatt, Executive Medical Director of Regence Blue Cross Blue Shield of Utah. It's always good to see you, Dr. Hiatt. But we want to talk to you this week a little bit about the sweet season. Halloween is in the rearview mirror now, but junk food of the Christmas variety and what comes, all the goodies that come with Thanksgiving as well, is so tempting. So why is it so? Is it just the sugar?
Amanda, high-calorie, high-fat food just tastes good. And in fact, researchers at Johns Hopkins University recently confirmed that. Seriously, actually what they did is they did an experiment in which they determined that images of junk food are a lot more tempting and distracting than images of healthful food.
Images even. Wow, okay. Any way to be less distracted by junk food?
Well, these researchers determined in their experiment that if you have candy bars before seeing these images, that you're actually less distracted by the junk food. That actually these images of junk food are no more distracting or tempting than images of healthful food like kale.
Well, I'm not going to. That doesn't help me though. If I've already eaten the candy, I still get the bad effects, though, right?
Well, you just a limited amount of the candy. So the message here, Amanda, is if you're going shopping, you shouldn't do so on an empty stomach.
I'll never do. Okay.
So have a snack first, and then you'll make more healthful choices when you're there in the grocery store.
Drink a big glass of water, too.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the new reports from the government that bring both good, I guess, and bad news about Americans' health. What do these reports show?
Well, the good news, Brian, from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is that the death rates for heart disease, cancer, and HIV are down for Americans compared to the prior year.
Okay.
The bad news, though, is that despite these wins, the overall death rate has actually increased.
Why?
Well, it's because we may be finding, Amanda, new ways to die. Unfortunately, although we're making great strides in the fight against heart disease and cancer, we're not doing so well in other areas, particularly in the realm of drug overdoses, particularly opioid overdoses. It's compared to the prior year, deaths due to opioid overdoses have increased from about 16 to 20 people per 100,000 Americans.
Let's get to the talker that you're going to be talking about at the office this morning. Do you have a fax machine in your house? Most likely not. It is 2017. However, doctors' offices are very different, aren't they?
They are. Brian, fax machines are prevalent, and they account for the majority of communication within American medicine.
I can't believe this. Most doctors' offices still run on fax machines. Why?
It's ridiculous.
Amanda, it's amazing how pervasive these fax machines are. By one estimate, the fax machine accounts for about 75% of all medical communication in this country. And it's because although we've made that transition from paper to electronic records, in adopting these digital systems, we haven't thought to make them communicate with one another.
Okay, you got to fix this.
That's ridiculous.
You got to teach them how to fix this, doctor. That's insane. All right, come back next week and teach us some more. This portion of Utah's Morning News is brought to you by Regence Blue Cross Blue Shield.